Please welcome Katya on this stage.
Катя, привет! Передаю тебе кликер.
Katya, how are you doing?
Thank you so much. Hi everyone. Today I'm going to tell you about Dodo Pizza UK, about the results of the startup and our plans for the future. So of course, first and foremost, this presentation is something that will be interesting to our partners, future partners and investors, but I also hope that the partners, the managers, all of the countries where Dodo is present in, and all the countries that we're planning to expand in the future will find inspiration in this presentation to solve complex issues, which is something that we face every day. So why don't we go to the UK? So a few words overall, the UK market. This is a high competition market. Domino's is represented by 1,144 pizza restaurants. Papa John's has 467 pizza places. And at the same time, the population of the UK is twice as small as Russia. And the volume of the delivery market is many times bigger than the Russian market. The UK market is not the market where trends just come in. It's where the trends are born. It's the market where the competition is very high, and it's the market where if we learn to live and build surviving business models, we will be able to achieve great results in other markets. So we started our history and our UK story in 2017. The first pizza restaurant was opened with a Russian-speaking partner, Konstantin. In 2019, we opened 3 more pizza restaurants within the franchising model with English-speaking partners. And what we realized is we can for sure develop in the UK market, but we had to figure out the strategy, not just to develop, but to really go into this breakthrough. What were the development scenarios? The first one was to invest a lot of money, loads and loads and loads, and a lot of time. And also, let me remind you, a lot of money in pounds. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, we don't have these resources because we do have another scenario available, which is to come up with something and hack the market. So this is something that we started pondering and thinking about. What are we able to offer the client? A new experience, a new level of service. And what we have gathered here is in the 3 years of experience working in the UK. In the 3 years, we have learned how to, feel the client and knowing the trends. We have had the experience of working with the Roman dough in China, which is something that Fyodor mentioned. Something that we came up with is a hypothesis that the Brits will love the Roman dough. Some of you know what the Roman dough is all about, and Fyodor mentioned it overall. How is Roman dough different from the usual pizza dough? The Roman dough is fluffier and lighter, and because there is more water and it's more porous, it needs less time in the oven, about 3 minutes, and for the usual dough, it's about 4 to 5 minutes. Also, you don't need to roll it out because the dough pieces are shock frozen and prepared in the distribution centers and are delivered to the pizza restaurants in small blocks, which gives us a really long storage life, and longer storage life. So we're not really inventing a new format. We are working in the familiar field, which is the food delivery field, and the pizza is also a familiar product for the Brits. And actually, this is not something that is true of China. Pizza is not a very familiar product in China. But the Roman dough can take the client experience of this product to a new level, give a new taste, new flavor, more sophisticated and more unusual. And so what does this give to the client in detail? The client is getting a tastier and unusual product. It's healthier, it's lighter. These are completely different experiences that you have after you've eaten this pizza. And because certain stages of the preparation are missing, so we don't need to have them, the delivery is faster and the preparation is faster. And if the processes of the operations are organized well, you can prepare it and deliver it in 15 to 20 minutes. What does this mean for the business? Easier preparation process because we can omit certain stages of the preparation, and this influences labor costs. And then, as I've already mentioned, delivery is easier because easier to plan when the storage life is longer, and also it's more compact to deliver. So with all of these things in mind, we went ahead and implemented this idea. So 5 months it took us from the first ideas to the start of the sales. These were not the easiest months for the company. The second wave of the pandemic was going on, and if you can imagine that you didn't even know if tomorrow was going to be the day where you could get together with a company, and this was very uncertain, but we just started doing it, went ahead and started working. So every concept starts with a product. And of course, we focused on the unique recipes. So imagine Britain is not the Russian market. We didn't even have a testing ground to try and make pizza and make these experiments. So Tim White, our distributor and our partner, is someone who we asked right in his showroom where he has all the equipment. He gave us this opportunity to test out our concept. He didn't know that what would happen we would practically move in for a few months to work on our experiment. So we concentrated on the dough, and some of the work we also did remotely via video calling with China, with Spartak, and with Magomed from Moscow. So here I'm holding Magomed in my laptop for Magomed to see the preparation of the dough. So Magomed, you are and you will remain the only person, the only man that I've ever carried in my arms. And so, of course, after the dough, then, of course, we have the taste, we have the recipes. This is Ben Warren, our British chef. He is pondering a very complex task to work out gourmet recipes for the unusual Roman dough. So something that will also work with the delivery process, and at the same time will be profitable for the business model. So will be interesting for the business model to be profitable. And Ben really started working through these amazing, unusual recipes so that you couldn't take your eyes off the pizza. Add a twist. Sometimes you can have mango or avocado, or prosciutto, or balsamico. And it's something, again, that had to fit the business model as well. So something that we figured out in the menu is that we have 3 categories in the menu. We have the first category, which is classic. But even pepperoni has a twist. There's a little bit of oregano and Parmesan. The second one is the gourmet category with prosciutto, salmon, balsamico, etc. And then, of course, the signature pizza, which are the recipes that you won't find anywhere else, which are signature pizza only at Dodo's. And the signature of the signatures is our lobster and mango pizza. So imagine you're coming back home from a long, hard day's night, and you really want to have a special evening. You open your Dodo Pizza app. You choose pizza and with lobster and mango. You can also choose some Prosecco. Yes, it is available in the UK for delivery. And in 15 minutes, our smiling courier delivers this amazing dinner right to your door. Isn't that wonderful? So these amazing recipes really needed special packaging. What I mean by packaging is all of our communication. And together with the client's agency, we created a new brand design. So the task that we had in mind was to put together the classic gourmet and the fast fusion delivery, the black and the orange, the clash of the seemingly contradictory elements. We wanted to show through our communication that we really care about the quality of the ingredients, that we are stylish, that we're unusual, that we're not just any familiar pizza market players. So it's something that started with the packaging. And of course, social media marketing is a very important part of communication strategy. And our task, again, was not to just be gourmet, but gourmet with a twist. Even if it's a piece of pizza that we're showing a girl with different color nails. We have different clients. We have all sorts of art histories in our photos and making our Instagram with a twist and a lot of fun. And of course, the interior. So overall, and pizza restaurant, a pizza place, is of course the point of contact with the client. This is where a person is physically immersed in our brand. When I used to go to pizza restaurants in the UK to get my delivery, what I would see in terms of the interiors is that it's uncozy, it's cold, and you just want to grab your pizza and leave. And we wanted to do something completely different. So Oleg Kulik created a concept for us that we call the pizza boutique. Green walls with natural plants, this big, beautiful wooden bench, these big posters with very vivid colors and photographs of our products. So we really wanted the client coming in for them to really feel, even if they're only waiting for a few minutes, to really feel the king of the world, like they are getting this much more. And so this point of contact would also be an Instagrammable point of our pizza restaurants for people to share it on social media. So we have put all this together, the amazing product with the fabulous recipe, new brand design, new packaging, new social media marketing style, new interior, and we were completely sure that this would really be the watershed moment, the before and after point in the lives of our customers, for them to cry tears of joy after they have finally tried our pizza for the first time. So we were very anxious and very excited to launch the quiet launch, the first 5 days where there's no ads, there's no marketing, where the pizza restaurant is open for the clients to be able to come in and taste and give us feedback. So we started off the first day, but we found ourselves up in space, in the emptiness. On the first day, we did not receive one substantial review. Okay, then the second day of the quiet launch, No reviews, no feedback. People would come in, they would taste the pizza, and they would say, okay, and they would leave. Fourth day of the quiet launch, we are even more nervously refreshing the Facebook page, the Google Maps reviews, nothing. The fifth day, we thought maybe we did something wrong, but we kept working, and then the first day of the big launch arrived. There were a lot of clients, there were a lot of orders. We hardly had enough time to give everyone a hug. The oven hardly had enough time to give out enough pizzas for everyone. And in the middle, with the whole team, we would just scroll through our pages. The clients coming, they would grab the pizza very fast and they would go, and it seemed all is lost. But then, Katya Korchikova, I remember the moment, it was 5:10 p.m. She comes out and she just cries out, "My son loved it." It wasn't about her son, it was someone's son, it was our client's son, our happy client who was so happy to find, I'm surprised, and to find this wonderful new spot. We were beyond. We were over the moon. We saw the Earth coming into view in our spaceship. In 5 minutes, another review came in. Jake Eden recommended. And then more and more of these reviews would pour in. Part of them were negative, of course, and so something that really showed us the points of growth. But the vast majority of them gave us this understanding that we're moving in the right direction, and that indeed the life of the Brits gets divided into this before and after Dodo moment, and they want to come back, and they want to keep coming back. The reviews are not the only thing to look at. It's also the numbers, the revenue. So let's look at the revenues in the first 6 months. We see that from the very first month, the trend is positive. And in June, we see a bit of a dip, which is explained by the fact that June was when all of the restaurants and pubs were finally opened in the UK. And all of these were closed since last year. And then also students left from the places that we are present in. Just to compare, I have the figures for Coventry, which is also one of our pizza restaurants in the middle of England, which works on the traditional dough. And compared to Remington, we can also see it. Coventry also had a bit of a dip in June, but in spite of the fact that there is this little dip in June, we find that this is a successful result, and we see that it's gaining momentum. So let's also look at the returning clients, because their number keeps growing. What this means for us is that more and more people come back, they trust us, they want to see our smiling cashier, our very warm and friendly courier, and which is something that's great. Again, letting us know that we're on the right way, we're moving in the right direction. And something that we could also compare this with is the return rates. What we can only compare this with is the pizza restaurants within the Dodo brand. So just to compare various countries, so let's look at the return rates in the 3rd, 6th, 9th, and 12th weeks. So let's look at the Munich pizza restaurant, which was opened last year. Then we have our retail pizza restaurant in Moscow. Then it was also important to compare the return rates in our pizza restaurant in Brighton, which is our first UK pizza restaurant. And again, it's important to note that the comparison is the period from the opening. And then here you see that the Leamington return rates are indeed higher, and it's something that gives us a lot of hope for the future. And we do see that this trend is something that will influence our business model in a very positive way. And also looking at all of these reviews and looking at these numbers, we can arrive at the conclusion that our hypothesis is proven right, and the Brits love the Roman dough. But that's not all there is to it. It's just the start. Our next big step is fine-tuning, honing our business model. And there are two big parts of it. First is simplifying the operation. We will fight for every detail, for every second. We will decompose all of the operations and see what we can get rid of, what we can simplify. And we will also look at the possibility of automatization of few processes. I will keep some of it a mystery, so you will have to follow our social media, and we will be sharing our experience. In May 2021, Dodo Pizza, Dodo Brands, has decided to focus on the UK market. Focus not only in terms of time, energy, but in terms of resources and investment. In 2021, we're planning to open the first production and distribution center of the ingredients and the dough in the UK to make sure that we lift maximum of the workload of our corporate partners and suppliers. So, keeping all of the things that we have seen in our business model in mind, this is the solution. This is the decision that we figured out. Our app is good and it's easy to work with, but it's not ideal to work with the British patterns in particular. So we see that in order to really have a breakthrough, we need to rethink it completely. And again, this is something that we have decided to invest a lot in, the mobile app. And of course, the team. In order to implement all of the wonderful plans that we have, we need more people. This is but just one part of our team. And we are hiring people from Russia and from the UK to make sure that we make all of the things that we have dreamed and planned possible. Development. We are planning to very actively develop our corporate chain. And in October, we're opening a pizza restaurant in Cheltenham, the first one in Cheltenham, and the second corporate pizza restaurant. And of course, testing partners and franchising. And if you would like to become our testing partner and become part of our team on preferential conditions, connect with David Sweeney, so he will tell you what next steps you should be taking. So to sum it all up, what we see in the British market are the two big groups of players. The first are the big players, are very good with operations and with service and with speed. But at the same time, what they're not able to do is to give the market the sophistication, the flavors, the quality. We, Dodo Pizza, we feel quite sure in the delivery market. We know that we have enough expertise to have very fast and very high quality delivery. At the same time, the Roman dough gives us an opportunity to give the clients a much tastier, much greater product. So combining the best of these two worlds, we will be able to really have a breakthrough in the UK market. When we first opened the pizza restaurant, our architect, Win Roberts, he was standing in this new space and he was taking a bite of the lobster and mango pizza. And I remember this moment where he had this phrase when he said, you know what, at the beginning I had no idea why you needed this green wall, this bench, why you would want to show all of these ingredients. You're just a pizza place, that's what I thought. But standing here and seeing all of this and tasting your pizza, I realized that every little detail was really thought out and combined into a completely new experience. It's not something that I'm used to. I'm loving this experience. I just hope that you open next to my house very soon. Everything is just beginning. Fyodor Ovchenko.
Katya, thank you.
Спасибо.
Thank you so much.
Друзья,
Dear
я только
friends,
что вернулся
I've just returned a few days ago from Britain, and I can assure you 100% the pizza there is just delicious, and the restaurant definitely makes an impression. It's just really smashing to see what the team has been able to do during harsh pandemic, online sales. In spite of anything, we keep on keeping on creating the best of the best. Thank you.